Springboks, thank you.
Shout out.
Job done. Now we'll shift our focus to cricket, okay?
Oh yeah.
Can I
And
just
Bafana
ask for the Bafana guys to relax? So are you guys telling me just to fly to Dubai on first class, it's a Polo Vivo?
Yes, easy. Girls come twerk for you and stuff like that if you want to.
Stop it.
Can you just be friends with another sex? Just be friends.
Okay, so I have an actual platonic friend. He's actually my coach. And
He's your
like
friend.
I think coach is waiting in the slips.
But let's have that conversation there.
Is coach in a relationship though?
He's just got into a very new
Okay.
relationship.
Okay.
And he's straight.
Okay. Now, yes. That is a good question.
Those girls are like to the point, like this. Blowjob?
Yeah. Whoa.
No, not for real. Like the,
Security.
Stand close enough to her that she can hear, but like not talking to her. Your back, the person doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
You're talking
sure.
to your friend. You
Sure.
go, that's the guy, Chucks, that I told you about. Like the guy, the best sex I've ever had. That's the guy.
You
It's
are
right
something
here.
else, Keri.
You must know the fire
Yeah.
that you're stoking right now, considering we have just joined a podcast together.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway. I promise you don't want to miss this.
Main question I've got. Have you guys ever thought about immigrating?
And I thought about it, but I've never seriously thought about it.
Immigrating.
Yeah.
Leaving Maritzburg.
No, just like leaving the country.
I don't know, boo. I'd like to go away for a year or two so I can miss South Africa. Because everybody that I've ever chatted to that's worked abroad always says, whenever they're in London or wherever, Australia, all they think about is coming home.
I think if it would be so beautiful if everyone could get to experience a
Once.
business class trip one time, because it really is something amazing. I'll tell you this much though, anyone I know that's not using points or their business is paying is like, it's not worth it. I mean,
Isn't it?
a 20
Yes, it's like
a
60K.
20,000
Please
rand
Google how
trip
much
versus 100,000 rand
Emirates
trip.
Yes.
first class flights is from South Africa to Dubai.
It's like 60K.
No, it's way more, boo.
For first class,
class, it's like
yes.
100
First
and,
class.
100
I think more than that, because I think business is probably, actually to Dubai, I'm not sure. It's probably less than.
So are you guys telling me just to fly to Dubai on first class, it's a Polo Vivo?
Yes, easy.
I did not think about
With
it like
petrol,
that.
full tank as well.
Wow.
And
It's a
people
lot.
do it.
People,
Wow.
boo, I've got mates that do it all the time.
What?
All the time. Like once a month, I'm talking.
They just
No.
say, okay, drop 100.
But if you are flying that
Yeah.
much, you probably have as many points that you can
Yeah.
be upgrading yourself a lot.
Yeah.
For a discount.
But
also.
you know these bras as well. They like it.
Yeah.
They like it.
Really?
But I mean, every month, and they're flying not just him. It's like him and his other.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's how they move.
Wow.
People are crazy.
I still get super excited
What
for
is it then?
overseas flights.
Wow. Jeez,
95,000
Louise.
from here to Dubai first class.
Johannesburg to Dubai first class.
That's
So
2
that's
years of
Joburg.
that's 2 years of school fees.
You get to shower as well.
That's 2 years
Don't you
of
get a
school
shower?
fees.
You get a shower, and they give you like perfumes and things
Yeah,
like
perfumes
that.
and
Bulgari
everything.
perfumes.
So where's first class? I don't even know where it is. That's how
Even
broke
me,
I am.
I've never seen it.
Goes all the way to 120.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
So that's like proper first class now. If you like 120, you get your own shower, you get shower time, you've got movies.
What's it gonna take, guys?
For us
We'll
to do
show
it.
it.
Yeah,
wanna
to
do
get there.
So I just had an idea, right?
What's it gonna
they-
take?
Your SAAs and stuff that are maybe going a bit out of business. They could ground a plane that's got that and have an on-ground experience where you could, like, with some mates, you could go and experience first class, maybe just either for a meal and a movie,
Yeah,
or maybe
that
would
like
be
a
cool.
sleepover. Imagine
Maybe
when
a
you don't
Netflix
fly
and chill.
anywhere.
It's a date, boy.
But
Netflix
that's
and
it.
chill.
It's like when you go on
Yeah.
the MSC cruise to nowhere.
Yes.
You just like go and sit on the plane, and maybe they have like a little vibrator that makes it go so you feel like
Turbulence.
you're
Oh,
flying.
yeah.
And you get to
That's
be
a
there,
good
and
idea.
then the waitresses look like air hostesses, and they're like, and at the end you just get a bill for your drinks and your chow, and you had a bit of
That's like a restaurant idea.
I mean, maybe for those of us who could
proper.
never afford
But
the business.
there is a guy on YouTube who does reviews of the best flights in the world.
Wow, what a lucky guy.
So the companies pay him
No.
to come and he vlogs the whole thing.
Apparently, it's Singapore
Yes,
Airlines.
that's the
like-
best in the world.
The best.
By far.
Jesus,
best.
guys.
You
It's like a hotel in the sky.
girls come twerk for you and stuff like that if you want to.
Stop it.
What do you think the Springboks flew in?
First class, Dubai.
come back, yeah, straight back.
Emirates, straight. First.
My.
Well, there's not enough seats in first class.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
For the team of
so
33.
imagine you got a whole team, they've all just won the World Cup, and then you've got 10 first class
So my
seats.
friends-
No, but don't they go in
Wait.
2 different flights for safety?
My friends were on the
Yeah,
flights with them.
maybe.
No, they fly together. My friends were on the
All of
flights with
them.
them coming back now.
Do they all fly together?
Yeah. Well, in the picture she posted, it was Ibn, it was Sia Khaleesi, it was Willy LaRue, it was
Surely
Rassi
they can't
Erasmus.
all fly together,
They were all
bro.
together, same flights as them. She took
Really?
pictures with all of them, bro, and posted on Instagram. And they
We're
didn't
talking
sit-
33.
but they sat in business because think about it. My mates were all here in economy, and they were on that first row in economy that's by like the wall.
Oh, that's the worst one when you can.
You know that one?
They
Yeah.
close the curtain. You're like,
Yeah.
goodbye, peasants.
Bye-bye.
They're like champagne time.
You know what I mean?
I hate it
so
so
they were
much.
they were
It's like
taking
you're so
pictures
close.
of the World Cup trophy because Rassi and them were holding the World Cup
No.
trophy like this. I'll try and show you the pictures like through that thing, and the people were like having a great time. But I think that's business, and then first is right at the front there. Because sometimes you don't even see first. Because
You
normally
don't see first. No, they get helicoptered in.
Wow.
And then they get
Probably.
hologrammed through.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've never seen first.
Yeah, you
Because I've
see.
seen business. I've walked through
You
business.
have to
yes.
have a certain amount of wealth
It's like a different
Oh.
entrance
in order
then.
to even see
to even
business.
Wow.
Because you
Yeah,
know the worst thing about flights is that they make you walk through business to go to yours. They
Just
like,
have a
walk
look at
through
what
here
you're
and have a
missing.
look, and there's always someone in there like this with a Balmain tracksuit.
Not even looking at you.
Yeah.
Or a Gucci tracksuit.
No, I'm sorry. This is my absolute worst. And I think if you ever do this, parents, you disgust me. A
kids.
5-year-old chilling in a business class seat.
The
and I'm
mates I was telling you about
they
flies
could
like that.
Sleep. They
Yeah.
could sleep
Yeah.
like they were in a king size
Sure.
in an economy seat.
Sure.
But this mofo is sitting there with Paw Patrol on and
Yo.
sitting with like a baby chino. And I'm like,
And
you
his
guys-
iPhone 15.
Little shit. No, iPad, the big one.
I'm like, that you're raising a brat. You're raising
Yeah,
someone
facts.
with that's going
Facts.
to have issues, guys.
But I would rather think about it. We're flying overseas, we're going on holiday, right? A normal flight to Dubai will cost you like maybe 20 grand economy. Hey? I would take, if I had the budget for first class, so I had 100 extra now because I've booked 20 grand here, I would take that and spend it on going to another country.
If I had the budget, my son would be in economy.
You'd leave him in economy and you'd fly first.
just for an experience.
No, he must humble himself.
Yeah, just to be like, all right, cool, all right, dad, okay, this is what it's about.
Let's just get real, guys. How many people with children have the budget for business?
Yo, bro, people can't even afford private
Yeah.
schools, boy.
True,
People can't even afford private schools.
So when you're saying, oh, I'm a dad, talking about my kid and budget for, if you're looking for budget, you say you got budget for business and you got a kid, you got budget for the whole
big
plane.
money.
You got big money.
Yeah,
You got big money.
flip.
Are you going to stop at one kid?
Okay.
Let's go there.
When are you guys getting married?
To each other.
it-
I mean,
No.
wait.
Together?
When are you getting married?
I don't know, bro. Why are you asking
How long
me?
have you two been together? Oh, yes, let's do this.
Because I can
Let's
tell
do
you for
this.
free, you're getting this question every single day
Why am I getting that? From who?
from people.
How long have you
Yeah,
been
people
together?
are asking me all the time, bro.
No, when are you getting
but
married?
no, like 2 years.
Just check
2
how the
years
body
time?
position has changed. And
2 years time?
Joshua,
Yeah.
stop ignoring me. How
3
long
years.
have you been together?
Oh, how long? I didn't hear that.
Oh,
I didn't hear
didn't you?
that. Sorry.
No, I can see you trying to
Sorry.
dodge the
Yeah.
question there.
It's going to be 3 years in April.
wow.
3 years in April.
25th of April.
Okay, we remember the date. Well done.
Yes.
Oh, is that what you had written on your hand earlier? Is that why?
Wow,
25 April.
I think I scratched it off. Yeah, 3 years. What about you? How long you guys been together?
Yeah, Gigi and I have been together 2 years this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's long.
Yeah.
And you guys celebrate anniversary.
So
That's a funny. I want to ask a question
this one,
about
I
that.
did not want this. I did not want this to go. But we have a friend anniversary, like when we became friends.
Oh, that is
we have a
adorable.
smash anniversary.
Oh, that's so
Which is
cute.
like, you know,
Yeah.
bang anniversary.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Like that when like you first pressed, which is
Yeah.
like, and then you have like your anniversary when you became like a fish.
A proper couple.
You know,
Yeah.
so like there's
So
a
you've got
different-
3.
Yeah.
So do you celebrate the 3? Like friend anniversary, you hug each other, bang anniversary, you shag each other.
anniversary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's called a smash anniversary.
Smash anniversary.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Would you ever propose if you're a female? Do you think you'd ever?
Because
see
females are in
yourself
charge
that
now.
s-
You guys are in
scenario?
charge.
So we all want to be equal now.
each
equal.
couple
Oh,
is
equal.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think each couple is different.
Sure.
I put in my couple, so again, I want to say I don't think it's wrong for a woman to propose. Each
Yeah,
couple
sure,
is different.
sure.
In my own couple with me and Gigi, I would feel like I was emasculating him somehow because I do like we've got we've created our own roles and making our own boundaries. And for me, I would very much like for it to come from him. I also feel like I know him well enough and he knows me well enough that if I did it, it would be like, what? That just doesn't suit us.
Sure.
You know,
How tall is he though?
yeah.
206.
Then how the hell is he gonna bend the knee, bro?
I was just about to say.
How's he gonna bend
You're
the
gonna
knee
see
there?
him coming down to bend the knee.
You're gonna see the slip,
Yeah,
the
by the
ring,
time-
everything.
by the time he gets
Ottoman.
there.
VT and Ottoman, he's going to put the Ottoman there, put his knee on the Ottoman.
Yeah, there you
Yo,
go.
okay.
Like the capping of the Springboks before they left. Like Sneeman couldn't get down on
So
the
when
knee.
we see the Ottoman, we'll know. We'll know.
The Ottoman.
Starting a new relationship, setting boundaries.
Yeah, important.
What a mission that must be.
Why?
If you're brave enough to just go ahead, like
Yeah.
balls to the wall in the
Yeah.
beginning and go like this and say, I do or don't want children. I do or
Yeah,
don't want to get
sure.
married. I like cats. I don't like dogs. But most of us don't because we want to be liked and we want to like. So
Yeah.
we get ourselves into a situation where now you've been watching this Netflix episode.
And now you're like,
for 2 seasons and you don't know how to say you hate it. Or
yeah.
So it's important, but it's also very
But that's
adult
why
and
it's good
grown
to
up.
be mates before. Sometimes.
Is it?
I don't think so.
Is it?
I don't
think
like.
you
I've never
can-
done it.
You can become. Of course, you can become friends. It's the whole thing. Is like if you mates before and you were never
Yeah.
attracted to each other.
Okay.
I do wonder then, unless you were pretending to be mates, but one of those things where guys and girls can't really be.
But
friends.
let's have that conversation there. Right? Can you just be friends with another sex? Just be friends.
Okay, so you,
just be
you
friends.
must know the fire
Yeah.
that you're stoking right now, considering we have just joined a podcast together, and I presume
No,
that the
but I
1, 2,
mean-
3, 4 of us can just be friends.
No, but this is business.
Unless
This is
going
work
to
now.
end in an OnlyFans. I don't know. Like, can you make money from that?
No, but I mean like this is like business, but I mean like you know when your significant other, your partner says, "This is my best friend." Now you're seeing this brow walking.
Okay.
Now
The context is different here because we become friends while we're all in relationships currently.
And
all right.
we became friends because of work as
Yeah,
well.
and yes.
Okay, but then I'm gonna say to you, so you're telling me that if we were all, let's say we were all single, there's a chance that one of us may hook up.
So if we were all single, that's the question he's asking.
Yes.
Is it possible to be friends?
Just friends.
Yes.
So-
like
Yes.
just mates.
I have an actual platonic friend. He's actually my coach. And
He's your your
like
friend.
No, so both
okay.
of us.
Okay.
He's actually like my gym coach. So I mean,
Okay.
and that's often where lines are crossed at a gym space.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I know that we are just friends.
Okay.
And beside the fact that obviously nothing's ever happened, even when we were both single,
Yeah.
is that we stayed friends when I got into a relationship.
Okay.
Where for me that is a big sign of someone's really your friend, because if you two are mates with a girl and then you
Sure.
get into a girlfriend relationship and then you stop talking to your girlfriend,
Sure.
the female friend, then she wasn't a friend. She was hanging on for maybe a little bit more.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
vice versa. But if
Sure.
the person hangs around, they want to meet your new significant other, they're there in your team, they're your corner. There's only 2 genders in the world. You can't
Yeah.
cut out a whole gender just because
I don't-
you've got a penis, so I'm sorry we can't be mates.
I think coach is waiting in the slips.
Yeah, I also think so.
I think coach
is waiting for you to be like, it didn't work well, and
Right.
like I'm just over him. Like he doesn't listen to me. He's like, say less, come through.
But I've been there.
Okay.
No, I mean I've been single.
So
Where I
we've
went
ta-
and told him how it didn't work out and the things.
And he didn't
Stayed a
even.
mate.
No,
he didn't even.
No,
Stutter.
No.
My man didn't.
But now,
My man, coach, boy, what you doing, coach?
is coach in a relationship though?
He's just got into a now very new
Okay.
relationship.
Okay.
And he's straight.
Okay. Now, yes. That is a good question.
That's
a good question.
That's a serious
great
question.
question.
Why are you laughing?
Now, Keri, what happens when the coach meets the love of his life?
Yeah.
You're the bestie.
Yeah.
The love of his life.
Says,
And
nah, say
we're not
this.
gelling.
First of
Yeah.
all,
We're not
there
gelling
would
now.
be what would the reason be that I don't gel with his +1? But secondly, if she just guys, you must remember.
She's insecure.
Wait,
she's
girls are
insecure
different
about
though,
this.
Then I say, bruh, if it doesn't work out, because obviously you've chosen a girl that's not going to work out, because if someone's having this kind of control over you that you kind of, I'll step away. This is your
Yeah,
relationship.
Okay, but I'll be back when
But
things.
if
I'm
divorce
still your
happens,
mate.
I'm
Hit
still
me
going to
up.
be your friend.
I'm still your mate.
Otherwise,
Okay.
you maybe try and find the time to let the other partner be around you with their partner so they can see that the two of you are platonic. There's not these little touches and inside jokes and or awkward weirdness.
Sure.
But I also think if you don't have morals and you're going to just like want to smash anything that goes by, then no, you can't be friends with the opposite sex.
Relationships are tricky.
Why?
Yeah.
Just in general. Because you allowing somebody else into your space, into your life for a period you don't know how long it's going to last for.
Maybe it's an endless chapter.
Yes. And sometimes it doesn't have to end in marriage, but because marriage could be seen as a piece of paper and a contract. But sometimes you're like, flip, now I'm in here.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
It took me a long time.
It takes time.
Have you always been a relationship person though?
No. I was
Really?
absolutely not. I was like the girl, like I have been one of the boys' girls, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Guy friends and everything. And I was one like, Miller, is she single? Miller, is your friend keen? Miller. And like occasionally I might come a
You
little
met
bit,
us
right?
too late in this life now, bro. Look at us, bro.
I was an outstanding
You could have been
wing
assisting
woman.
there.
Yeah.
I'll say Skasha Balala, when we used to go out on the jawl. So obviously, if people didn't know that we worked together, I had this great. Can I tell you what my
was it?
one-liner was? Right.
Tell us.
So he'd be talking to a girl, or I mean, I've done it for him, but also one of his mates, and I'd come up and let's say you two are talking, right? So you're the girl, and I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry to worry you, but are you Chucks? I'm sorry, are you? Bro, I saw what you did the other day when you helped that dolphin on the beach.
Oh my gosh.
It was. I just want to say, like, that was amazing.
I had my water wings, but
and then the girls and I were just saying, like, we have never seen anything. You were so gentle and kind, and you're like such an incredible man. Thank you.
and then
Just leave. You don't make it too hectic, right?
You're in.
The second one was stand close enough to her that she can hear, but like not talking to her. So the person doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
You're talking to your friend.
Sure.
You go, that's the guy, Chucks, that I told you about. Like the best sex I've ever had. That's the guy.
you
It's
are
right
something
here.
else, Keri.
And then you just disappear into the night.
Now you can't.
And you are a wing woman for life.
Now this girl heard.
But anyway, so
brother can
hence
hit.
why I was
Yeah.
never the one getting a
Yeah.
boyfriend.
And what about people who can't stay single?
Yo.
Each to
Bro,
their
you
own
know how
as
many
well.
people have
Break
had?
up.
You are my world, bro. How many? What world? Because you've had 6 this year. Shut up. Have you seen some of those?
We're very judger up in this room today.
Yo, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm
I know
asking.
there are some people on my Instagram. I'm sorry if you're one of them. I'm just making a joke out of it. But you've had 5 worlds this year, boy. You are my world, bro. How many worlds? Where are you from? What planet?
It's
being
universe.
present.
You're my universe.
You my universe.
You're
You one
part
of the
of- you're
planets
part of
on
my
my universe.
universe.
For how long I do not know.
Look, it is fun watching a relationship
It
destruction
is.
online. And when you
It
see them,
is.
my everything,
My
my
all,
forever,
my
the tattoo
baby.
comes
Oh,
on
the
and you're
tea.
like, here we go.
What
that
about the
tattoo
tea?
thing, that
What about the
tattoo thing.
tea? What about the tea when the profile pic is gone? You're like, oh.
So coach put me, because once you see the profile
You're
picture
like-
gone, and then you also go to the profile and you see the pictures of
You're
you're
stalking that
it's
now.
time to get in, coach.
You're
Put me on,
stalking.
coach. Put me on, coach. That's when you can just go into the DM
DM,
straight away.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can be like, hey, long
everything
time.
good?
No. You come in like, hey, long time no see. I hope all is well. Hey, we just broke up. I'm so sorry, you guys.
You know what
look
girls
so
do? You
good
wanna know
together.
what girls do?
What a girls
Okay,
do.
listen. So this is now that you guys have roped me in here. You get some of the girl things, but
Yeah.
you cannot use it against us.
No,
or
we
your
won't. We won't.
significant
We
other.
won't.
For sure.
So there's certain things that we can do that make it look like we're not making a move.
Okay.
But even though we are totally making a move.
Sure.
So I know for sure, let's say I've gone on Insta, I've seen all those things. Josh's profile pictures
Yeah,
changed.
sure.
There's no one tagged in the pictures
Sure.
that deleted. I haven't seen Josh in a while, but I'm like, fun, it's fun, let's do this. Josh, what's up? You will know, I had the craziest dream about you last
Yo,
night.
that one
That's the
there.
end.
I know
It's
that
the
one.
dream.
I know that
and
one.
I was
Oh my
like,
God.
I
I'm like,
thought
what you
about
did?
you forever.
Yeah.
And then, depending on what is the route you want to go.
Sure.
And we were at this like crazy, it was like a festival and we were,
Sure.
we were dancing, we were just laughing and I thought, I've got to say hi. Leave it at that. I've just popped myself into. Scene is sewed.
But-
so it is seen.
Must have been a nightmare.
Girls
Cheers.
make but girls make it hard for you to know that they're keen, though.
But why are you guys not intentional?
yes, you guys
Why?
are not intentional.
Now,
What are you talking
now we
about?
Women
now
are
we're
not
reading this
intentional.
dream story. Now Oaks are like,
Was it
what's
a dream?
the
Did we have
story
sex in
here?
it? Did we have sex? What happened in the dream?
I know the last time we spoke, she blew me off, but now,
Now-
now
I'm confused.
Now, just where's the intention?
Just tell me you want to
ladies?
hit. That's all.
do
Where's the
think that
intention?
the age just below me, so like
Yeah,
the vapors,
Yes.
You're like, this
They're
is-
called the vapors.
No, I call it the vapors. I call it the vapors.
Vapors.
It's
Gen
like-
X is called vapors now from now on.
So like super pretty girls,
Yeah.
the dresses, they watch Barbie because it was kind of ironic, but really they want to be like that. They're like,
Sure.
those girls are like to the point, like this. Blowjob?
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, not for real. Like the
Security.
The 20 something. You know, like the sex education.
Yes,
Like that
yes.
style of like
Yes.
they're open.
Yeah.
Yes,
Masturbation,
yes.
sex talk,
I've
everything's on
never
the
met
tip.
It's on
these girls,
Netflix.
bro.
It's on Netflix.
I'm
I know
telling
it's
you,
there, but where are
the
they?
younger girls, my age group a little bit, we're still a little bit coy. Like
When you
we
say young,
wanna-
how young are you saying?
like early 20s.
Oh.
Then like 19, 20, 21. So like you're sexually active now.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like I used to be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sex stuff. They just
Yeah.
like, because all like the Love Island
Yeah,
and
sure.
I mean, think about it, guys. Your Love Island and
It's
your
this exposure.
what's the other one where you go on the show and then they actually get told that you can't have sex, and he was like, no.
Oh no,
We're
no.
on
I don't know that one.
and it's got this ding ding ding, this little robot that talks. Come on, someone.
I don't know it.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the
Anyway,
name.
but they think they're going
Temptation Island.
No, not Temptation Island. They think
Temptation
they're going to
something.
be like on a Temptation Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they get told, you've got 24 hours in this party. Or I'm just here to have sex. Yes, I'm just here to. I'm
wait
here to
a
bang
minute.
everyone
I'm here to fucking
and then
kill
they get
someone.
Told, no, you're
Pussy,
actually
boy.
on, and
Okay,
it's
that's
the
right.
show
Got
where
that
you
show.
can't.
Where you can't.
You can't touch anything. No
Yeah.
person, like no satisfaction for yourself.
Oh, I hate
and they're just like, what?
So how do they know that? What happens if you go to the toilet and you just
Cameras.
The camera's gonna you
It's
And then
Big Brother.
they'll say, Joshua, you were caught masturbating. $3,000 has been taken from the
gonna be
prize
like-
money. Yeah, man. So they're watching these
Oh, so
kind
they
of
take
shows.
money as you-
Yes,
Yeah.
and so now you're like, come on, Josh, stop wanking in the toilet. We're trying to get this money.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's for
It's
real,
one of
guys.
those.
I got so into that show.
So, but do you remember like okay when we
Too
were,
hot to handle.
too hot to handle. There we go.
Sorry, it came to me.
There we
Felt like I was
go.
playing 30
There you go.
seconds.
But I get what you're saying though about like this new whole young gen about sex and all that. You remember what a badass you were at school if you wrote sex on the table, boy? Were you part of that generation?
No, I wasn't part of
Bro,
that generation.
if you wrote
What?
sex on a table or like in a bathroom store,
Would
or
you be like, hey, check this
people
out?
are like, yo, check it this out. But this was primary school. Obviously,
Oh
primary
my
school, we weren't
gosh.
hitting. But I have a friend who's a teacher now.
Yeah.
And she's like teaching young kids. Like I'm talking babies.
The
well,
younger
you should
kids,
understand.
The younger kids are
It's
catching
hectic.
up on this quickly now.
Hey?
Hey? Yeah.
Bro, the things that are happening
hate
there.
the line,
Yes.
8 is too late. It was one of the worst things I've ever heard come
What's
from
that?
a parent's mouth.
What's that?
That sex education.
Education, yes.
8 is too late. As in, if you haven't told your kids about sex by 8 years old, it's
Guys?
too late. That is, my sister's little boy is turning 8 this month. He is still like, just soccer, but fuck, he just wants to talk about soccer and fishing and fishing. I can't
Yeah.
imagine telling him about
Yeah.
They're
how
starting
babies are
it in
made.
grade
Yeah.
4 now, I think, which is 10 years
Bro,
old. They're starting it in grade 4.
But
Like, it's in the syllabus.
In white culture, it's different, bro. In brown culture, I've never spoken. I'm going to
Sure.
be 29. I've never spoken about nyash, bunda, boobs to my dad ever.
So in this house was
Ever.
like, and then the Peter Maritzburg stork came and brought Josh into the family.
Yes, dropped you off miraculously.
I want to be where the people are. Josh
But
was bought
I'm-
by a flying penguin.
Exactly. Have you had the conversation as a black guy with your dad about sex?
With my dad.
Yes, because that's
Hell
exactly
no.
the birds and the bees.
Taboo.
No,
You just
those
have to
cats
figure
don't-
it out yourself.
There you're
eh?
going to Google to find out
You have to figure it
how
out
to
yourself.
sex. How
Yeah.
to sex.
You know
Oh
what
my
the
days.
irony is
Yeah.
that if someone went into a girls' high school, so I went to an all-girls high school.
Sure.
They did two things to us. One, they were like, "Sex is so bad, don't do it," and they
Yeah.
showed us an abortion video, guys, an actual video,
Yeah.
traumatic, right?
Too
So
much.
what happens is you have the girls that are like, "I'm going to smash anyway," and they're like the naughty girls, or you just have like the fear of God put into you. If someone had come to school and actually was like this, "Girls, have a seat. We're going to talk about sex," and actually was honest. So when a man ejaculates,
Yeah.
it's not go to sleep or pretty. You've got a lot of admin to do after this.
Yeah,
There is a cleanup process no one tells you about. If they were honest about it,
Yeah, sure.
and the air sounds and the everything, the girls would be like, "Oh hell, no, no, no."
Yeah, sure,
but no
sure.
one wants to be real. So all we know is what we see in the movies where they're like, and then they fall asleep and there's the baby next minute.
Hey,
It's no one talks about it honestly.
it's exactly like when in movies when kids are eating breakfast and the waffles there and
And
the,
you just think, I
and you
gotta
I gotta get out of here, and you're like, bro, you're leaving your cornflakes and your
Dude.
Yeah, it's just not the same. It's not the
But-
same.
In also, I remember at school, because I went to school, lots of white kids, right?
Where did you guys school?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
had this conversation on the podcast?
Yeah.
I went to a school called Marisburg College.
I went to Maritzburg Christian School.
Yeah.
So,
And you?
Wait, how old are you? Durban Girls High. How old are you?
DGC, DGH, DG.
No, not college. High.
Oh, okay.
Not college, my friend.
It's college.
My parents did well, but not that well.
Okay.
it's college.
Durban Girls College is
That was Durban Girls
ranked.
High, where you learned about the real world.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so like
right.
college was a very good school. Is a good
sure.
school, and the people there had bucks.
Sure.
At Durban Girls High, some people had bucks, some people didn't have bucks,
Sure.
and I think it was a very good mix. A great
Nice mix.
school,
Nice mix.
But
Sure.
in my in my matric year, 322 girls in my
Yeah.
matric year.
That's a lot.
So it was almost a bit like a campus.
But was it
Yeah, we
mixed
also-
at the time
we
you
also
were
had
there, or
about-
was it still like?
For how old do you think I am that you're asking me that question? Of
Jeez.
course, there was mixed in my school.
Yeah.
However, I do remember when the mix started, and
Yeah.
Levrin Woodley,
Yeah.
shout out Levrin,
Shout out Levs.
finished school at Michael House.
Levy,
He
Levy.
was at Manor Gardens with me. He was our
Yeah.
first man of color.
Oh, wow.
And then we had the Zuma kids. So Nkosazana Zuma,
Oh, hectic.
Jacob and Nkosazana Zuma's children, Nkosazana Gugu and Dudu all came to Manor Gardens also. So it was
hectic.
a very culturally diverse school, one of the first, but very
Yeah.
politically driven. And then I was
Yes.
like a carny kid. My dad literally had a jumping castle business. So we were like,
Hey, sick.
I don't know how I got into the school, but I loved it. Great school. And then Girls High was
Yeah.
mixed already. Yeah.
Hectic, cool.
Yeah. So Marisburg College, we also were the same as Durban Girls High in terms of a mix.
Yeah.
And we had about 300 as well in my matric year.
Oh, much bigger than I
Yes,
thought.
yes, it's huge.
So
yeah.
you are 30 something now, right?
No, 30.
You're 30 on the dot.
Yeah, yeah.
We had
so
28 in my matric.
I'm 2010. 28 in your matric year. What?
Was it girls and boys or just guys?
Mixed, girls and guys.
There must have been a wild
So
matric
there
ball.
was clearly no rugby team.
Oh, shame.
No, there was.
If there's 28 of you,
No, but there was like white guys.
The 15 white guys had to play.
Yeah, they played.
okay,
They
28
played. No,
minus
there was no
15.
rugby. There was no
28 minus
rugby.
15
And
gives
there
me
was no bench.
13.
There was no rugby. There was no rugby.
Oh,
It didn't
but
exist.
other sports?
When I was
How
there,
did you
yeah.
play the sports?
No,
like
we-
any other sports?
We played actually very well. Hey, We
Yeah,
had-
golf.
Our school was tiny, but I will say this with my chest. We child a lot of brothers.
I'm checking the,
For what sport?
the archives.
tried a lot
We
of
need
what
to check the
sports?
archives.
Chess.
no cricket, hockey. We were hot.
Cricket, hockey.
Yeah,
Do you
we
have
were
enough
hot.
people for cricket?
Yeah. Because we had lots of us. I remember when I was playing. I started playing first in grade 11.
Bro, with respect, are you sure?
I'm certain.
Cricket and
There were
hockey.
only 28 people in
Yeah.
school. You only played first in grade
No,
11.
No, this is
28
matric.
in
My
matric.
the matric's
So
28
maybe,
of
I
us.
think maybe the grade 8s were playing first team.
No, the grade 11s. In grade 11, there were 3 classes. In
Okay.
my matric, because I remember when I got to the school.
Don't be defensive. Everyone's fine here.
No. When I got to the school, the first class, it was the high school started in 2003.
Oh, okay. So it was a
was a new school.
young high school.
So when
yeah.
I was in grade 3, high school just started.
You were in grade 3
Okay.
in 2003.
Yes.
Yeah. How was matric then?
Where did you matriculate?
I was teaching at Glenwood Boys High in 2003 and 4.
Wow.
So, okay, that's
Or
perspective.
3 or 4.
Wow,
I did a year there of like Zulu and some drama.
Oh, hectic. Okay.
And I made the guys dance, but they called it movement, ma'am. It's movement, ma'am.
I was in. So that was a start. But I remember it was a small school. Bro. I'm sure you remember.
Schools are changing now. Would
Big
you,
time.
if you had a kid, would
Yeah.
you send your kid to Durban Girls
Or
High?
homeschool.
I would homeschool.
Why?
So first of all, I personally wouldn't take on myself and be like the Keri Miller way. It's my
Yeah.
method.
Yeah.
I know that there's other things. I'll tell you why. I don't know. Like I would have to be so aware of who was like teaching my child. Because now that because of my understanding at least of yoga and our intentions and what you can do to a child, like just if your child is a bit talkative and it just irritates the teacher and the teacher's always like, Josh, stop it, Josh, be quiet,
Whoa,
Josh. And then
really?
what happens is Josh grows up to be someone who doesn't use his voice because when he was younger, he was always told he was too loud. And like the kind of baggage, I don't know if I could just palm my child over. So like socially, I know you got to then join sports clubs or something.
Sure.
But I think from again, what I believe, what knowledge is quite far from what truth is. So what we know as knowledge is history that we've been taught. It's you respond to your name, Josh, or because that's what someone said. When you were born, Josh wasn't your name.
No.
So we learned the things and then we passed those things on. And like, I don't know if I want your baggage passed on to my child. Like I want them to have their own experience, but also become socialized. So know how to do some sort of maths, know how to read, know how to talk, know how to be social. But I don't see why they need to go through a specific syllabus.
Yes. How do you do that and measure the growth in terms of, all right, now we're leveling up in terms of grade 2, grade 3, grade 4?
I just think that because we are so geared to being online these days, they still would follow some sort of a program, but a program that was more geared to, if you have a child you can see is super arty, you start to find biology through art, history through art, geography of art.
There are some schools that offer that. I think it's a school in Shongweni.
What? Offers one.
That offers that kind of teaching. Like it's a specialized kind of teaching outside and through music, like you're mentioning, but it's pricey.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Also,
remedial.
it's something
No, it's
to be
not
said
remedial.
about letting a kid go for a
not
few
remedial.
years to a really lovely boarding school where they get that camaraderie and being a little bit naughty and sneaking out at night and that understanding what it is to be part of a team and having a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And, I do think that's also...
So how do you get that balance now if you're homeschooling your kid?
Maybe I would homeschool initially.
Yeah.
And then when they got to maybe a grade 6, send them into a school.
Yeah, because the social
For my
aspect
imaginary
is
child.
the social aspect is important though, hey?
Big time.
Yeah,
is,
because
for sure.
I mean, even with COVID, guys were homeschooling.
Yeah,
and
and people
then-
talk about how kids have
Then they
shown
come back and now they're different and they
effects
don't know
of-
how to socialize and stuff like that.
after COVID, eh?
Yeah. And you? Would you send your kid to MCS?
Not MCS, bro.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why? What was your experience?
Nah, bro. I hated school.
Oh, just school in general.
School in general, hey?
Yeah.
But I'd send my kids to a all girls or all boys school.
Why?
I mean, there's no good co-ed schools, firstly, that I know of.
Okay.
I can be educated
Yeah.
if you guys know a better school, but I'd like to send
High school, you mean?
High school.
There's some good co-ed primary schools.
primary. There's some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, high school though.
Yeah.
I do think when the hormones kick in, it is quite nice to separate the animals.
I thought that was cool, even for me, because I went to a co-ed school, then an all-boys school.
Yeah.
It's quite cool because now you're like, right, like a guys, all this
I was
distraction
co-ed
is
forever.
gone. Yeah.
Hey, it's mayhem there, boy.
You see all
It's
the
a very
distraction.
you're going through this
Yeah.
awkward time
Together.
around the opposite
Together.
sex.
Puberty, balls dropping.
Now you go to school,
know.
now your friend has cleavage. You're like, damn, shit, where did this come from?
Well, I did 1 year of high school in the States. So I'd matriculated here.
Yeah.
And then I was an exchange student. I went to the States for a year and I went to a co-ed high school there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this to make you understand why I agree with a single-sex school.
Yeah.
This co-ed high school, one of the options of a class you could pick was parenting. That's how many teenage pregnancies had happened.
Oh my God.
So there was a parenting class. You can go like driver's ed.
Why don't they just teach you
Calculus.
guys how to pull out to use?
That's
normal
So
stuff,
they had a
man.
parenting
Instead
class.
of having a parenting
Oh,
class.
I understand now because you're spending that much time with opposite sex.
Sure.
Your hormones are raging.
Yeah, sure.
And you don't have to go very far to go and like wait for the boys' school to have a disco, wait for the girls' school to have a social. It's like
Break time, boy.
Exactly.
Hey, break time.
you're right there.
But it was like that because I remember we used to also go on camp, but our school was small. So we went on camp with like grade 8 and 9s went together. Grade 10, 11, 12 went together.
dangerous.
Yo!
Dangerous.
Chaos.
Grade 12
Chaos.
boys, grade 10 girls. That's dangerous.
That was our school camp.
dangerous.
It was my
dangerous,
school camp. It
dangerous,
was
dangerous,
wild
dangerous.
times where it was great. I remember, so everyone wanted to like smuggle alcohol in.
Of course.
You know, it was a thing. One of my boys did the smartest thing I've ever seen. I've never thought of it. Like everyone was putting it like in juice bottles, getting caught because they were going to just taste it or smell it. Caught.
McDonald's sippy cup.
Nah, my boy was smarter.
Wow.
He went to, it was a bakery, it was called Bread Ahead. I don't know if you remember Bread Ahead.
Loved
Yes.
Bread
Back in the day.
Ahead.
Yes.
Mad scenes, right? That was a he went
Curry Road, one of the
Yes,
Curry Road.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
problem keys.
and
yeah.
we had one here as well, Bread Ahead.
Yes. Now
And-
it's Corner Bakery, I think.
Yes,
or something.
yes.
Yeah.
So he bought a loaf of white bread. He
No.
cut it in half. He took the inside out of the top and the bottom, bottle in, closed the bread, walked on and said, "No, I'm taking bread." They said no problem, keep going.
And there's a young 1818 in there.
In the 1880, it was 1818. Where how is
Jesus,
that? That's living in 2025. Shout out to my boy.
That's classic.
You know that now that we are out of school, I obviously resonate more with the teachers, and you think about the chaperones.
Yeah.
I mean, we wonder what the hell the teachers were getting up to when we were doing those camps. Actually, if we think that the 18-year-olds are sneaking in booze.
At my school, let me tell you, and I can't get in trouble for this because this was facts if you guys are listening. There was a girl in my class who's now married to my form teacher.
Hang on.
What?
Hang on.
Did it, because of it?
She was always
Is that
going for extra lessons though. It's not even a joke, boo.
Well, Macron married his teacher.
Yeah.
The prime minister of
during school
France.
time, I remember there was
Teacher.
Yes,
Really?
he married his teacher.
There was chats of them like dating, like people like, oh, I think she's dating a teacher. And I'm like, no ways, no
What's the
ways.
age gap though?
He was a young guy. I think he was like 26, 25.
Okay, all right.
So she was what,
And,
like
she was 18.
18?
But they only got married. Like
That's
they
not
started
bad.
dating the year after they left school though.
Okay, legal.
That's legal. It's fine. There was no problem.
You can't prosecute.
It still makes me want to be like, oh my God.
It's fishy, but
But that's not the only one.
we do need to check the
There were many.
grades.
There were many of those.
You see, that's the problem. That's
At
the problem.
co-ed school, that's the problem.
They didn't let any boys teach at my school.
Really?
Women
Yeah, at
only.
our school now, there was that was becoming a bit of a situation.
Why can't people control themselves, guys?
It is the base need to procreate. It's a survival thing.
Yeah, sure.
So that is like a number one on most people's itinerary. You've got to be
Sure.
quite advanced
Yeah.
to have stepped out of that,
Yeah.
dare I say, base chakra need thing of that red color of sex, food,
Yeah.
stability, safety, a roof over my head. That's like everyone wants that.
But it's not that deep, to be honest, because there's been lots of people in the world that have like married their teacher eventually.
Yeah, but guys, I
Hey?
mean, we're there to perform a duty if you're a teacher.
That's what I believe.
If you're a teacher or a coach, you're there to perform a duty.
yeah. Not
Now
date the
you're
kid.
falling in love. You're thirsty.
Has the world evolved so much so that we looking at it as normal? Hey?
well,
Because I'm looking at it as
so when you say it like that, I'm like, oh, that's so gross. However, if I put yoga teacher in front of that, the amount of yoga teachers and students that land up hooking up.
okay, because that's normal. Because
How
now you're
old
asking
are
me
they,
to
though?
stretch my inner thigh. Now
you're still supposed
now
to
you've
be-
touched some other place. Now obviously I'm gonna be like, okay, that felt kind of good. Come through here.
What are those positions?
I'm gonna teach you some other chakra tonight, boy. You're gonna learn.
Okay. Yoga. Yeah.
That's a bit different though.
But you're still supposed to be in a
Because
safe
now
space.
you hear my legs here. Now it's a situation.
So that's why it should be even more safe.
Really?
Because you're coming in like in
Coming.
lycra.
No, you sound
This is not fine.
you sounding like those people who paint people naked. You know when
Well,
they
yeah, that's the thing. You shouldn't be
It's
smashing your
so
naked model
normal.
either. Like in that
Aye.
space, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually,
How many yoga teachers do you know that have hooked up with their students? Offhand.
a few.
there you got a Bali's class there.
Yeah, I got a Bali's class. There.
Yeah. So then
So when your wife tells you she wants to go to yoga, you must be like,
No, but okay. You
let
must
me
also
see the
know
guy's CV.
that if someone does something that makes you feel good, as in you go to a class and you're feeling low, depressed, sad about something, and you
Yeah.
have a shift or something moves in you where at the end of the class you feel
Better.
lighter, better. Instead of going, wow, I've done the work, you go, oh, let's say Sally's my teacher. Sally is amazing. Sally did Sally, and you start to like put all your healing onto Sally, and you get this crush on Sally, and then you feel like you have feelings for Sally. And
Sure.
if Sally doesn't have a moral compass, Sally's gonna feed on that too.
Sally gonna let you hit.
Sally's gonna let it happen.
Sally gonna let you hit, bro.
We had to have a meeting once when I was working at a Cape Town studio. We had to have a meeting about like, just don't smash the students.
Like, please, everyone, settle down. We know that there's young blood coming, but shake it off.
Shake it off.
You know?
Because also, some of like the
Are you
younger
allowed to
girls-
date though? Like, I'm just saying, like, you worked on radio before? Are you
Yeah.
allowed to date in the cast? Like, I'm just saying.
So let's say
Like the three of us are here working. There's the radio. On the radio, you're allowed to date.
Yes.
Imagine on the radio, if we're all on the radio, and Keri goes, "Hey guys, an announcement! I'm expecting a baby,"
Who's the dad?
and everyone's like, "Yay!" And then the other guy goes, "Guys, how's it? I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Wait, what?
I think obviously because it's in
Yeah.
corporate, you have to probably tell HR.
Yeah, you gotta disclose that to
But
HR.
I think I know that the video guy is dating one of the presenters, and they met there, so it's not an issue.
I think
actors,
adults,
they do it, you know.
with acting, I never understand that thing though.
Yeah.
That is so weird, guys. I can't imagine
Yeah, I can't understand
having a partner and then
Yeah.
watching them do a sex scene. I don't know how that
We
flies
spoke
in any
to
relationship.
Jonathan Boynton Lee about this, and he said,
Yes.
he said,
Yeah,
you got to be mature about it. I'm like, I don't know, I don't know, John.
No, now I'm
I don't
acting,
know,
but my
Jono.
penis is hard. Is that
I don't
acting as
know,
well?
Jono.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's just in
Method
character, bro.
actor.
He's just in character. You know what I mean? Main actor. That stuff doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I cannot understand these artists who do music videos and then music videos about, let's say there's a guy
Yeah.
and he's married. We know he's married, like
Sure.
a Jay-Z Beyonce vibe. And he does a music video about how hot the woman is and how amazing he is, but he casts another woman. That also makes me feel so awkward. I'd be sitting
It's
there
fishy.
watching, being like, my husband doing a music video about the hottest woman in the world, and there he is parading around with this other doll.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
if Gigi was a rapper and was doing something about like, oh, I just want to up
Boats
this
and
girl,
hoes.
I'm like, best I be the one on that car, boy.
Yeah.
Boats
Yeah,
and
sure.
hoes. I got to get me my boats and hoes.
You know what I mean?
Do you think though, like speaking about rap and music, how influential is that towards our behavior, especially being a young kid? Like, remember at school when you listen to like Trace?
I used to listen to Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I'm a beat that
Lil
cat up.
Wayne.
You're like, yo, we beating up cats. now. What are
Lyrical,
we doing?
lyrical. Nowadays they na na na
You
na
can't
na
even
na
hear
na
them.
na na
Mumble
na na
rappers.
na 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 na.
Snoop calls them mumble rappers.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I was listening to those.
Who do you
boys.
listen? Do you listen
Drake.
to rap?
So more like old school hip hop vibes. Like I love Jurassic 5. I listen to Love Jurassic 5.
Who's that?
Yeah, well, I was just looking at you as well.
Who's that?
I'll play you guys some Jurassic 5.
Is it? Are they good? Are they rappers?
I
What
think
are
they
they?
were
Yeah,
there.
like-
I thought you were going to say Jurassic Park. I was
No,
like, oh, that's a nice movie.
Yeah, I'm still a massive Eminem fan. I just
Okay,
love
there
the
you
way.
go.
Like, I love the way
Same.
he.
Yeah.
Same,
But he screams a lot.
same.
Eminem likes to scream.
Jurassic 5.
Jurassic 5.
What's that? 79.
You guys are gonna love them.
What year is that?
79.
No, I'm asking.
said 1979.
I'm asking.
Like the 2000s.
Really?
Yeah.
Then we
Have
should
you
know
ever heard of
them.
a guy named Charlie Tuna? Charlie Tuna. He's got a super.
South African.
No, from the States.
Charlie Tuna. Sounds like a freedom fighter, bro.
Yeah, they thought songs of freedom, legitimately.
There you
guys are
go.
this
Yeah,
is
well,
a
his
song
name
of-
sounds like a freedom. Yeah. His name sounds like a
It's like,
freedom
he got like
fighter.
this whole vibe, like my pen drips as I scribble my thoughts on thin strips of emotions.
Okay.
Seduction. Like that
Okay.
kind of vibe.
Oh, listen to him, yeah.
Listen, old
Very
music
cool
is good
vibe.
music.
Old
still.
music is gold
It's much
music.
better right
Like,
now.
I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid and I was studying for exams,
Yeah.
East Coast Radio, 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I used to listen to that stuff, boy. Mm-hmm. Now you're listening. Dun, 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 dun.
on that
Damn, I'm
note,
writing maths tomorrow, boy.
Also, I can't say that I don't think Jay-Z is amazing.
Yes,
I enjoy
Jacob
it.
Zuma. Blueprint.
Jacob Zuma.
Blueprint.
Love.
Blueprint.
And he might be a bit cray-cray, but I think Kanye is a bit of a genius.
Yes.
Guys,
Kanye
even that
is
like
the best of
scoop,
the best of the-
scoobity poop, scoop, poopity
Is that your favorite? From Kanye?
Bro, I'm saying, even
Oh,
the fact that he
yeah,
can literally say, I
yeah.
can make a verse where I just
Sure.
talk
Where
actual
you shouldn't,
shit.
yeah.
I'm still like,
But he also does on that other track with Lil Pump. You're such a in-ho.
Oh,
I
yes.
love it. Everything Kanye does. For me, my top 3 of all time, Kanye West, Meek Mill.
Meek Mill, yeah.
J.
I
Cole?
like Meek. Nah, Drake.
Trizzy. There he is.
Drake,
The goat.
big man. Drake's amazing.
Also, I'm an
Drake's a
old
leader.
school, I'm a super old school fan of like when Lauren.
Cool and the Gang.
When Lauryn Hill was rapping a bit, love that vibe. And
yes.
Missy Elliott.
Yes.
Music makes you lose control. Music makes
Yes.
you lose control. Those idiots.
Yes.
And what about you, top man? Top 3?
I told you, Lil Weezy.
Lil Wayne, yeah?
Lil Weezy. Who else did we used to listen to, Dane? Drizzy. We used to listen to Drizzy.
Yeah.
Lil Weezy.
Did you have a BlackBerry phone?
Oh
I
my
did.
gosh.
I did.
You remember when you used to listen to music and people could see? Mm-hmm. Remember when you used to watch other things and people could see?
Yeah, I remember those days. Okay. On that note,
Scratch.
Springboks, thank you.
Shout out.
Job done.
Yes, thank you. And
We've almost forgot to speak
Hold
about
on, can I
those
just
guys.
before
Yes.
we even
And we
go,
were all black.
I mean,
Yes.
before we go into the Springbok
Yeah.
talk, may I please say, the first thing I heard people talking about was, now let's go for 5. Let's go for 5. I feel like I want to say to everyone, can you just take a second
easy.
and let us? It's like when you get engaged, which
Yeah.
you will soon,
Yo.
and then people go, "When are you getting married?"
Yeah,
It's
where's the
like,
baby?
Wait,
Yo.
just
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah,
at,
one
guys,
at a
let's
time,
enjoy this.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
enjoy the moments.
I
And let
agree.
it happen for another 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the next 3 years
I
before we
agree.
get the
But
lead up for the 4th.
Could we go for 5?
Hold on. My announcement is this.
Hey.
This is my announcement. Springboks, thank you. Now we'll shift our focus to cricket. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Can I
And
just
Bafana
ask for the Bafana guys to relax, because they are now asking for where's the support, where's this, but we spoke about this many times
Yo.
in our podcast.
Yo.
Where's the development? So we right now we're focusing on the cricket, and then we'll check your O's in AFCON.
No, but we Bafana need to be serious.
I know, but
They need to
But
wake up.
hopefully, this sheds a light. Keri, you also mentioned this in the previous podcast about how South Africans support the country. I mean, how they support the Springboks, and they wish they could, we could have that same impact into the country.
Yeah.
What I'm finding at the moment is that there are a lot of negative Nancy's out there right
Yo.
now with this win.
I mean, even the EFF were
Yeah.
condemning it.
They're
No, wait, why?
The EFF
come on.
condemned the Springboks.
You
bro.
know,
saying it's a
like,
racist team.
guys, can
it's
we
only
just-
for whites? Have you not seen all those old videos emerging of
Yeah,
them saying
well,
that
that's
stuff?
the old videos. I'm talking about even now. Guys are saying, well, we got bigger problems in the world. Can we just
Enjoy.
We're champs.
Please come enjoy.
We are champs.
Oh, did it become a quota fight?
Now it's
Yeah.
becoming a thing now.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a
We're
thing.
not celebrating the moment. We're
You
bringing
know,
politics and nonsense.
Now they're trying to bring politics into it, but it needs to just be separate.
Yeah, it really
Because, guys, the boys did an amazing thing. Everybody got stress.
Ah, that's interesting.
Hierdie kant,
Yeah,
daardie kant.
yeah. I saw
thing,
your
Bitcoins.
your thing. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Proud
So
of my dad.
Kerry was out doing the interviews
That
this
was
week.
sick.
Eh? That was sick.
You guys see here.
That was sick.
We
That was
cruised
cool.
to Mhlanga Promenade.
But
Yeah.
people were keen to chat to Kerry. They
Yeah.
said to me they normally miles
It's
when we
so
go.
easy
They
when
were
it's
so happy
you,
to see
Keri. So easy.
Must have been the smile.
Well, let me tell you, I was like, but
Yeah.
no, guys, it's because I'm from Lodge, and they were like, oh, yeah, those 2 guys, those amazing guys, okay, only for them. Only for
Lies.
them. No,
Lies.
like, everyone knows I'm your third, we're gonna fly.
Lies.
We're gonna fly.
Just
No.
the 3 of us.
Let's go.
We can make it if we try.
Everybody, well, not everybody, but most people were talking on your video from our podcast about us being a
trio.
weapon of 3.
People were
It
speaking
took
about
some
in the
time.
comments.
It
Your
took
wish
some
is our
time.
command.
It took some time.
Sure.
But we are here.
We here.
We are here.
Kinako.
Welcome to our third member. It's
Keri
It's Miller time.
Miller.
It's Miller
Keri Miller.
time.
Yeah, give me all your attention. One time for the misfits. Through the doors open on the highway, I promise you don't want to miss this.